Welcome to the City of Florissant podcast, where we talk anything and everything related to the beautiful City of Florissant.
This is Mayor Tim Lowery, and welcome again to another edition of the Mayor's Podcast Show. With me today is our Director of Community Development for the City of Florissant, Carol O'Mara. Carol is here to talk to us about the Beautiful Home Awards program. Carol, you want to tell us about the program?
Sure. Thanks, Mayor. The City of Florissant's Beautiful Home Award is sponsored by the Florissant Citizen Participation Committee, and it was established back in about 2000. And it was established to celebrate the American dream of home ownership and recognize homeowners who take pride in the appearance of their home and their community. In order to be eligible for the contest, a homeowner must be owner-occupied single-family dwelling. Residents may nominate themselves or someone else in the city. The judging criterion includes, but is not limited to, landscaping, attractive exterior, overall curb appeal, and maintenance of the property. Nominations will be reviewed, and the winning homes will be selected by the Citizens Participation Committee members. One winner will be chosen from each ward, each one of the 9 wards, and there will be one Mayor's Choice Award.
Yes.
So, Mayor, you will be selecting one throughout the city as well.
So exciting for me. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So the pressure's on.
It is.
The winners will receive not only recognition from the City Council, but they will also get a frame certificate, and they will get a Beautiful Home Award sign that will be displayed in their yard for 1 month period time. So it's quite an honor to be recognized by the city for just really taking pride in your house and making sure it's the most beautiful one in the city.
And that's one thing I think we do see with this program is the pride that people have in their homes, and they really do appreciate receiving this award. And
they do. Yeah. There was a gal last year that was so excited. Her sign was taken down, I believe, like 3 days early, and she was really quite upset.
Oh, really? Okay.
So she called. We went back and we put it in for another week just because she was just beaming off. I mean, she was just beaming at the fact that she was recognized and someone nominated her. She did not nominate herself. So it's even better when it comes out of the blue to a homeowner.
Sure.
We've had in the past a couple of seniors that had possibly lost. Well, one in particular that I'm recalling is she had lost her husband, and her husband had taken such great care, and it was just a way to honor him again. And it just touches your heart.
Sure.
We get really touched by this program and a lot of other programs that we offer throughout our department. But
oh, absolutely. So do more people nominate themselves, or is it actually the neighbors, friends, relatives?
It's a mix of both.
Okay.
It really is. We can kind of tell when you're nominating yourself because what's really important is not just a photo needs to be submitted, but we really do need the address of the property,
right,
the name of the person that lives in that property, and a contact number, because we do have to reach out to these people. We have to find them, and we have to get in contact with them to be able to set up a time to have them come to the council meeting. So people that nominate themselves usually include that. If they're nominating someone else,
sure,
maybe not so much because they don't have that information available to them.
So explain the judging. So you guys all go out on one day and judge, or the participation?
No, so what happens
CPC?
is everybody submits the nominations to us through a photo, like I said, name, phone number, address, and we will accept those. Either hand-delivered to our office, you can mail them to our office, you can actually go to a website, www.florissantmo.com/beautifulhome, and submit them online.
Okay.
We will then put them all together in a voting format that the CPC members will then vote.
Okay.
So potentially we like to have at least 3 homes per ward. We have been known to get up to about 13 per ward.
Okay.
It's a little much, but I will take all submissions,
Sure,
so send away. But then the CPC will narrow it down to 1.
Okay, so they don't necessarily visit the properties. They kind of do it from the pictures. And
We go by pictures only,
Okay,
so make sure you're clicking those pictures and you're getting some right angles and just capture the beauty of it through your photos.
I guess that would be pretty overwhelming to try to go to all of these locations, especially if you get 13 in one ward.
Right.
So I guess it does make sense to sit down and actually at a table and look at the pictures and go over the emails. So that makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. And if for some reason there is a ward that we don't have enough submissions, the CPC members, we actually do get on board the council people to go around to their wards and submit some nominations as well. So we do get quite a few from them. But if for some reason we only get one or two, we will go out and scour the neighborhood.
So what is the date range? I mean, when does this start and when does it end? That people got to get these submitted.
So we are accepting nominations now,
okay.
And we must have all nominations no later than noon on June 17th.
Okay, so about 3 weeks left.
About 3 weeks left. We pushed it back a little bit this year because last year the weather really wasn't conducive for a lot of floral blooms and
sure.
Capture the real beauty of people's efforts with plantings.
I understand. So, Carol, I think we have some examples from the 2021 contest that we like to show and possibly on the screen here.
Sure. Okay, so this is the Mayor's Choice Award.
Yes.
This is 1410 Verlaine. So, Mayor, I'm going to ask you, what stood out for you about this home? So
me, you can just see how much pride that this family put in this house. Look at all the beautiful landscaping and just the condition of the home itself. This is a corner lot, and when I drive around town, I mean that's just something that really stuck out to me is about just the amount of landscape and just the great condition of that home. And that's what I noticed about that. That's what caught my attention.
And I love it when people take the landscaping outside into the yard,
yes.
So you have dimension. That's just beautiful, and you have some stonework, and our trees are so large, as you know. Florissant has huge, humongous old trees, and just to kind of isolate those and make that a focal point, I think is beautiful as well. You did a good job.
Thank you.
This is 1090 Aubuchon. Well, I love the color palette here, to be quite honest with you. Simple, sleek landscaping. I love the black post. I think it's just very well crisp and clean and well kept. Oh, and the little box over there, the little flower boxes, those little added accents are just gorgeous. Touch of red.
Yeah, and the other thing that's pretty neat about this is that I just knowing the people that live here, this is a younger family. That's just kind of neat that they take so much pride in their home and they've chosen Florissant to live. And like I said, it's a young family, so I was glad to see that they were nominated and they won the award.
1790 Floordown Drive, Ward 3.
Kind of the same thing. I mean, you can see that the great pride that they take with their landscaping and certainly just the overall condition of the home itself. Very attractive. If you're driving down the street, that house is going to stick out to you.
And what's really interesting, through our department, we have a home improvement program, which is getting off topic. But one of the things that you can do to your house is just to give it a fresh look, replace some of these old posts. It doesn't cost much. It really brings a more current style to your house if you're looking for something easy and simple to do that doesn't cost a lot of money. I really like that.
It's interesting you pointed that out because that certainly does stick out, no doubt about it.
And it's really easy to just change your lights or change your mailbox or put a little furniture out on your porch. Just something to accent the front of your house. Something very simple is all it takes.
Is there anything else about the program that we want to make sure people understand? I know you've already said the website, but why don't you let us know what the website is again so people can go to that?
The website is www.florissantmo.com/beautiful-home.
Very good. We certainly appreciate you're doing that, your staff doing it, and certainly CPC for putting this program together. Because once again, another important program that really take a lot of pride in our city.
It is.
So, Carol, is there anything else that's happening in your department that you'd like to talk about?
Well, there is another award that we are seeking nominations for, and that is the Florissant Accessibility Award. The Florissant Accessibility Award is actually sponsored through our Disability Awareness Commission. Okay. So, as you can see, we have two commissions that are really reaching out to the community and trying to recognize people for the work that they do and the pride that they take in Florissant. This award honors those who are making an extraordinary effort on the behalf of people with disabilities or their families in areas of accessibility, transportation, employment, services, or independent living. To make this nomination, you have to include the name, address, and contact information for a nominee and a brief description as to why the nominee deserves the recognition. Also include your name and contact information in case we have any further questions. Basically, the criteria for these nominations is that the nominee must have a physical presence in Florissant, either as a resident, organization, or a business, or having completed a project in Florissant.
Good.
Example of that was the ADA accessible Angie's Playground.
Oh, yeah, just playground. Okay, sure.
Gary Bellman.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Gary Bellman won the very first accessibility
Okay.
award. So that would be an example.
Sure.
Mattingly's won it, and I forget what their criteria was, but they won it one year. So this is really only the third year that we've been doing that.
Okay.
So we'd really like to let the community know that this award exists and to be able to have more nominations to be able to select from, because I'm sure that there's a lot more going on out there that we know
Sure.
about. The nomination or the nominee must also be over 18 years of age, and they must have a record of sustained excellent performance and history of service to persons with disabilities. So one of those three criteria, or a combination of those criteria, are what we're really looking for. The deadline for these nominations is July 31st. And once again, you can submit those in person to the Community Development Office, which is located in the government building. Or you can email it to disabilityawareness@florissantmo.com.
And they're currently being accepted.
And they are currently being accepted through July 31st.
Okay. And do we have some nominations already, or are we still seeking?
Not that I am aware of.
Okay, very good. So definitely an important thing. Accessibility is so important in our community and everywhere. So we really need to recognize these people for making this possible. So let's please get those nominations out there, because we know people are doing great work.
Right.
We as a city want to make sure we recognize them people.
Right. And it was brought to our attention that there was a young man that would assist his disabled neighbor.
Okay.
So it could be something as simple and as welcoming as just assisting a neighbor with something, going to the grocery store for them. If there was a group that built a ramp for somebody that couldn't get out. Or it could be something more to the extreme as a Gary Bellman when you build a playground. So we're looking for anything in between those.
And you would have to believe that during this COVID time that there's a lot of stories out there where neighbors were helping neighbors and doing things for the disabled. So there's got to be a bunch of stories out there just like that. Because
Absolutely.
I know that a lot of neighbors were helping neighbors. So that's kind of what we're looking for. Or, like I said, something big like an Angie's Playground type of situation.
Right, exactly. Yep.
So, Carol, is there anything else that you want to talk about in community development today, or is that?
We always have a ton of stuff going on in community development. How much time you got, Mayor?
Yeah, we got a lot. So anyway, we appreciate everything you guys do. I know that your staff works hard every day, and certainly you're working with these two commissions. We really appreciate all the work that you do, and certainly your staff, which, by the way, you need a staff member.
We do need a staff member. We are currently looking. So applications are welcome.
Very good. This concludes another edition of the Mayor's Podcast Show. As always, we are Florissant Strong. Thank you.